Hey, welcome back, friends. So a lot of you guys follow us for truck information, truck videos. Today I need to give you a truck update. Just hit 40,000 miles on the 2023 F250. You guys, if you've been with the channel for a while, some of this may be repetitive. I have to assume some of you have not watched the channel before, so I'll try to come at it from that angle. Anyway, before we get started on this, help us pay some bills and check out today's video sponsor.
Today's video is brought to you by RVmattress.com, a Brooklyn bedding brand.
Our family has enjoyed Brooklyn bedding mattresses for nearly 3 years. We love them and feel confident you will as well.
This particular model is called the Dream Foam Essential, which is their budget-friendly option. We've been very happy with this model, with its comfort and its durability.
With your RV mattress by Brooklyn Bedding, you get a 120-night sleep trial and a limited lifetime warranty.
For our family, the RV is our place to recharge for the next day. A comfortable night's rest is important, not only for mom and dad, but for the kiddos too.
Thank you, RV Mattress by Brooklyn Bedding, for sponsoring today's video. After this video, head on over to rvmattress.com/wondering and get 30% off your next mattress using code WONDERING.
All right, let's hop back into today's video.
Okay, you've probably seen enough of my face for a while. 2023 F250 XLT 7.3 liter quote Godzilla motor, 373 rear, 10-speed transmission. Yeah, I went with this truck. This is my second 7.3, and I bought this truck because I had an STX before, and I wanted some more bells and whistles, so I went with the XLT. We're going to talk about good and bad today, and I'll get a little backstory here. So I had the STX. Before the STX, I had a Lariat diesel. So I had a 2019, I'm sorry, 2019 Lariat with the diesel. Had the 6-speed in that one, so you know I can't completely compare the 7.3 and the 6.7 fuel mileage wise because of the differences in transmissions. But I can tell you the one question I get asked the most is, do you miss the diesel? And the answer to that is no, I do not miss the diesel at all. This truck has 373 rear. I had a 355 rear on the STX, and I am glad that I have the 373s. I continue to be glad about that. It hurts the MPGs a little bit. I'm getting right at 14.1 MPGs, just average with this truck right now. Before the other truck, the 2020 7.3, I was getting about 14.6, so about a half mile per gallon on the MPG. As far as the rear end is concerned, same transmission, of course. They haven't upgraded the power on the 7.3, but I've been extraordinarily happy with the power plant. Again, we're going to talk about some bad stuff here in a minute, but let's go through the good. The great thing about this is my first silver truck. I absolutely love the silver. It doesn't show any swirls, any scratches. When it's dirty, it still looks kind of clean. Unfortunately, when it's clean, it's still not super clean, but not like a black truck. But yeah, I've been happy with the color. The new body style they came out with in 2023, I've been happy with it. It's grown on me. I kind of like that 2017 to 2019 blocky look. This has got, you know, the more rounded look over here in the headlights. It's grown on me as I've had the truck. I did add this bug deflector here. It's actually not even really much of a deflector. It's more of just a protector. It doesn't move air in any significant way to keep bugs off the windshield, but it does protect this area, you know, from bug buildup, etc. And I think it looks good, especially on a silver or a black truck. Probably look good on a white truck as well. But yeah, I've been glad to have that. Added that. What else have I added? Tinted the windows. Ceramic tint. I do think, you know, seems kind of gimmicky. I did do ceramic tint on the front 2 windows, and I may or may not have done the windshield. I will not disclose that information. But yeah, it's been good for heat for sure. You can tell a difference. It's not as gimmicky as you might think. The ceramic tint was not inexpensive, but it's been pretty good so far. Just put a new set of tires on that. If you watched that video just a few weeks ago, went with the LTX ATs from Michelin. Yeah, they're going to serve my purpose well. I'm not doing a lot of off-roading. Almost all towing is what the work this thing does. Let's see, what have I added exterior-wise? Tonneau cover back here, been very happy with it. Very happy with it, actually. You know, I've been thrilled with it. I've been happy with some stuff, disappointed with other stuff. It's from Most Plus. You can kind of see that right there. That used to be a white label. I took it off. But I've been extraordinarily happy with it. It has been raining off and on for nearly a week. And it keeps bone dry in here. Just bone dry. I hesitate to say that it keeps out 100% of water. But man, it's close. It's really, really close. Way better than the old soft tonneau cover. While we're in here, this thing's been great. Been really enjoying that. I've done a video on that if you want to see it, but I really, really have enjoyed the T-mat system. You can see it's gotten kind of dirty now, and I've experienced it more, and getting stuff inside this thing is not as big a deal as you might think, and it just really works well. We're exchanging RVs right now, so that's what those are from the permanent site. I've enjoyed this thing too. Just to update here while we're here. The Billy Bars tailgate cover, it's held up really well. I could probably use a little washing, but I haven't washed it. But it's held up well with this thing sliding in and out. You can see maybe a little bit of wear right there. I would fully expect that because this slides out. But yeah, I've been very happy with it. The kids love to sit on it, so that's been good. Any more updates back here? No, not really. One negative I'll go into while we're here, because you can kind of see it, is the plastics on this truck and really probably any vehicle these days. They fade, and man, it's just really hard to find a product. I know about Back to Black. I know there's some ceramic stuff out there that works fairly well, but holy cow, it is tough to find a product to keep this stuff looking new, looking shiny. It's a small nitpicking thing, but you know, I like to take care of my stuff. I like for my stuff to look good, and it just, yeah, it doesn't look that great all the time. It's hard to keep it looking good. You can see right here, real faded here. But I mean, that's not a Ford thing. That's anything. We are talking about a Ford truck, but that's anything. I did put in the fender liners. I mean, these plastic fender liners. They were a perfect fit. Held up great. Did a video on them. And yeah, I'm glad they're there. Glad they're there. As far as people saying something's going to get stuck behind it or, you know, rot, well, this is an aluminum body, so I should be okay. I don't know if there's a whole lot of steel between the two. Behind that's going to be aluminum. Obviously, this is all steel back in here, but yeah, you got aluminum back there. So I don't think it's as much of a problem as people are making out to be. I haven't experienced it. We don't have really salty roads here in Georgia, so I should be okay. Exterior wise, another little negative that I can't seem to fix is this keeps popping out a little. I don't know if that's weather trim or, yeah, I'm not real sure. I assume that's some type of weather trim there, but it keeps popping out. It will not stay in place for the life of me, but not a big deal, doesn't affect much. Yeah, exterior wise, that's probably about it. Let's go inside. That's the biggest issue I've had is the infotainment center. And yeah, I've got an update for you on that. All right, going kind of wide on you to go inside. As we go in, you guys I did a video on the cat skins. Those are holding up very, very well, almost a year out from those. And I still really, really like them. Yeah, I'm not a small human being. I'm almost 6'2", 230, 240 pounds, depending on what I had to eat the night before. And you know, year of wear and tear, sliding off of this constantly, you know, this is always bad to get worn on any truck. And it's, you know, it's starting to, you know, starting to show a little bit, but holding up very, very well in my opinion. This is doing very well considering, you know, again, we slide out of the truck this way. All of this is, I'm very happy with it. And you can see there, it still looks brand new. You've been back here where the kids and the dog have been. Still looking really, really good. So cat skins, I'm very happy with. I would 100% recommend them. As far as the WeatherTechs are concerned, I do love the WeatherTech back here. Now, the only one they had available, they included WeatherTechs in the purchase of the truck. The only one they had available at the time was this one that actually does not account for the storage. So I had to take the storage out, slide the WeatherTechs underneath, and reinstall the storage. You can see that here. Now you can't really see it there, but that's how I had to do that. But it ends up making for a nice clean install. and it certainly doesn't shift around because this is locked in right here. This is locked in, of course, and there's actually screws in this mat underneath where the storage is at. So I've been very happy with the rear WeatherTechs. The front WeatherTechs, I can't really say the same for. I know this is not a WeatherTech update, but you know, this is part of my truck, so just give you a couple of updates or a couple of reviews all at once. This thing just will not, you know, I don't have the little tabs underneath that are supposed to stop right here. And it, you know, when it fits flush here, so this is a flush fit here, it doesn't fit here. And if you move that up, which you can't really even do that, then it's all wonky here. I don't know if you can see that. So WeatherTech has not done a good job, quote unquote, laser fitting this. Apparently, it's my understanding, Ford quit letting them laser fit their products because Ford has their own products. I don't know if there's any truth to that. It's part of what I was told, but not happy with the WeatherTech over here. And you can't keep these looking fresh either. Maybe I sound like a wimp talking about wanting to keep plastic looking new, but you know, these trucks aren't cheap and I take pride in them. When I was younger, I never thought I'd own a truck like this. So you can see, even though I try to keep them clean, this type of stuff will come out, but it's always going to end up looking flat like that. Where new it should look like that, but it ends up just looking flat. And there's just not much you can do about it. I mean, I haven't found a product that doesn't make them slippery and slimy that works. So let's hop in, keep you backed up a little bit. Now, if you've watched the channel, again, I have to assume you haven't, but if you've watched the channel, you'll know before we had real problems with the infotainment here. See if we can get it to pop on. And there you go, they got 40,238 miles. So the infotainment center, when I first purchased this, was very glitchy. We had situations where the backup camera would freeze up consistently. We had situations where the radio would freeze up. Now, luckily, you can see down here on the XLT that all of the heating and air is manual. So that's good. It wasn't connected to this. But my radio would be wonky. GPS, you can forget it. Backup camera was completely gone. And it would come and go way more than it should. And you know, a lot of people are like, hey, you got to bring back to the dealer. I called the dealer. Yes, you need to bring it in. We need to recollaborate it. Then I would get an update over my phone, or I get a notification over my phone that it had updated, and it would get better for a little while, and then it'd get glitchy again. Yeah. Anyway, it was starting to really get on my nerves. Finally, one of the updates seemed to have worked. It's been probably about a year now, and I haven't had any issues with it. It doesn't seem to lock up anymore. Now, of course, the next time I get in here and turn it on, it probably will. But it doesn't seem to lock up anymore. It doesn't seem to do any of the issues that it was having before. So I'm very happy about that. Yeah. So the infotainment center, as far as I'm concerned, at this point, is fixed. As far as the towing's concerned, like tow mode on this vehicle, it's okay. For some reason, I have no idea why, for some reason, the tune on the 2020 seemed to do a little bit better with the trailer. I'm very happy with this power plant. I'm very happy with the engine, transmission, rear end combination. I would highly recommend it. But as far as the details and the tune go on the tow mode, you got your options down in there. I was happier with the 2020 version. Now, I don't know why that is. Maybe it doesn't feel like it needs to use lower gears as much, but yeah, a little bit happier with that. Not much. I'm nitpicking, all right? Biggest update, really, especially for those of you who have seen the channel, is this seems to be fixed. So that's really good. Another thing that concerns me a little bit is this particular transmission. So I'm going to come on out, keep you looking at the steering wheel. On this particular truck, for some reason, it has the same 10 speed as the last 7.3 I had, but for some reason there's a little play in it sometimes. So I think you know what I'm talking about. When you shift into park and you let off the brake, the truck may move more than the other truck did. Every once in a while, maybe once a month, when I will reverse, I'll back out of the driveway. So I'll back out here And then when I put it into drive to leave, I'll put it back into drive and it'll get real clunky. It'll give a very sharp and clunky engagement into drive. And I'm not a big fan of that. This other 7.3 did not do that. The 2020 that I have, it does it very rarely with this truck, but it does it. And so it's noticeable. Obviously when it happens, it's noticeable, but it does it. It's done it more than once, I should say. So I'm not sure if it's something I should be concerned with or not, but yeah, it's something that I don't like, and it's something to be aware of on the, at least the 2023s. Might happen to you. Hasn't caused any issues with shifting. Still tows well, still pulls great. I don't think there's any issues with the transmission. It's just that every once in a while, the stars don't align to shift into drive, and it's pretty clunky. Other than that, guys, the main gist of this, I have been extraordinarily happy with this truck. I would suggest this if you're in a travel trailer, basically any size travel trailer, and you are thinking about upgrading, whether or not you need a gas or a diesel. You know what? I have no regrets. I do not miss my diesel at all. And we're about to be in a 38-foot, 10,000-pound trailer, and I'm not worried about it I'm not worried about it whatsoever. This thing is going to be more than enough truck for that trailer. So if there's anything you take from this, especially you guys new to the channel, gas versus diesel, for me, recreation, pulling a travel trailer, gas is more than fine. It is more than enough truck. It's not just an adequate truck, it is more than enough truck. At least it has been for me. Okay guys, there you go. Minus the initial issues with the infotainment center and the very random hard shifts that I see from park into drive sometimes, or reverse into drive sometimes. Very rare, very uncommon, but that noticeable. Besides those two things, I've been extraordinarily happy with this truck. And like I said, the infotainment center thing seems to be fixed. It seems to have been fixed for quite some time now. So I'm not really worried about that anymore. And again, the transmission issue is very rare. I'll let you know. I will certainly update you if that turns into something more serious. So right now I'm not really concerned about it, but it's something to take note of, all right? Otherwise, like I said, very happy with this truck. I would 100% recommend the 7.3, especially with the 373s. I do think the 373s are worth the upgrade over the 355s. The 410s I think would be too much. I think that would hurt my MPGs too much, and I just don't need that much back there. So the transmission really does a lot of work for you. You'd be surprised. It does use the gears that it's offering. So some people have asked about whether or not it shifts too much. I don't feel like it shifts too much. It just uses what it has. It has 10 speeds and it uses it. So I've been happy with that. I think that's about it though, guys. Hope you guys are doing great out there. Thank you as always for watching. I love when you guys reach out and send me messages and ask me questions. I will try to get to all of them. I never thought I'd be to a spot where I couldn't answer all of your comments, but we are there. So but I do try. I promise you, I try to read and answer most all of your comments. We have 500 other videos that they get comments on all the time as well. So sometimes it gets lost in the weeds. I hope I don't lose your comment in the weeds. Please forgive me if I do. Hope you guys are being safe out there. See ya.